Wait, hold up. I want to know something. Are you chilling on a park bench right now? Are you sitting in the back of the bus, vibing out, possibly hanging from the tree, enjoying the view? Well, you're probably in the right place. This is Not Enough Questions. If you end up liking what you hear, tell a friend or leave a review. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Julian. We're doing things a little bit differently this episode. This is actually going to be a re-release of an older episode. Reason being is because me and Tyler just recorded the episode with Paul, and because there's a lot that goes into editing, there wouldn't be enough time to edit this episode and make it as great as it's supposed to be without compromising sleep, our lives, and everything. So me and Tyler decided to have our mental well-being come first. So that's why this is why we are re-releasing an episode. So sorry for this, but it is necessary. The next episode will come out May. The next episode will come out May 2nd. So, but thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding of why we had to re-release this episode. But again, I hope that you still like what you hear and that you tell someone and leave a review. Thank you. But see you in the next episode. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
As you recognize my voice, I am Julian. I have the lovely guest,
Lexi.
Yeah. Well, she's excited to be
here. Sorry,
here.
I'm excited to be here.
You don't know how long this has
been in the
making.
Process. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this has been what, two-ish months.
Yeah.
In the works. So tell them about yourself like this.
Okay, so I feel like since I graduated, like all these days like blend into one.
Sounds about right.
Until the weekend, and I start doing stuff. So my car bumper is that even the bumper?
Yeah, I think it's the bumper.
It's the bumper. It just is not a strong one, and so the parking spot bump tried to take me out the game, but we're back in there. So
yeah. Which is crazy because you and my sister have me. It's like, hey, can you fix this? I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. So I'm like, I can reattach your
We're
bumper.
Just girls. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I can. With no picture, no nothing. It was
no context of what it looks like.
Just like, yeah, can you fix this? We can fix this with duct tape.
Right.
Me thinking,
duct tape is so good on that. I'm glad I was able to pop it in a little bit.
Yeah,
because the duct tape is just too much.
Yeah, no. The bump, the parking stop.
Yeah.
Somehow
ripped my bumper.
Ripped the bumper off, and I'm supposed to be He-Man. He's like, oh yeah, let me just put this back on it's like nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly
how. I can't even get. Well, I could, but I'm like, I have work in the morning.
And you have like a gray shirt on, so that would have been visible, and that would have been bad. And you don't need to be sitting in wet.
Well, this shirt's like super old anyway, so I have to toss it, but that would just give me more incentive to toss it. Which is surprisingly, I asked Lexi, he's like, hey, can you just lift this up real fast? She doesn't have to work.
Right. Oh, maybe I am capable.
Yeah, so I would truly need it. But
I just panicked when I first seen it, and I was like, I can't do with it right
understandable, because if my bumper fell off, I'm like,
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be completely off. I'm not gonna lie, and I just didn't have the capacity to.
Well, if your bumper fell off, I'm telling you, you have enough space in your back of your car. Put it in there, and that's just all right. We're just gonna have an extra passenger.
Exactly, we're just gonna have to fill the car up.
What's that in the back seat? The bumper?
Right. The front of the car in the back.
why is it there? The better question is, why aren't you helping me?
Right. Can you put it on? That's what we need to.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
But my car got booted for the first time. Yeah.
Where?
So me and my sister was going down to eat at Chubba Hut. It's a really good sandwich one. You should go.
Okay.
Yeah, we were meeting up with my cousin and everything, right? And I'm parking in like a university parking, college or dorm-esque, whatever. So
was it a lot or a garage?
It was a garage. So it's kind of like how my situation is. Like, if you don't pay, you can get booted and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, if it's like my parking space, and I see them all the time at like 9 o'clock, I should be good to be here for like a good 2 hours. It's like 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm good. But the thing is, we got there. We were supposed to be there at 7. We got there at 7:18. We get into the establishment at like 7. I'm just gonna say 7:30. Just walking there, like But yeah, we left the car at 7:18. And I'm like, oh, he told me that you need to kind of pay for that. Like, all right, cool. How long are we gonna be here? 3 hours. Pay for it, whatever. I have my license plate remembered, so like I don't have to be next to my car to do this, right? Pay for 3 hours. We're having a good time. We're there for 2 hours. I come back, there's a boot on my car. I'm like, bro. Like, I can understand if I didn't pay for it. I'm like, all right, you got me.
You got me, but
I'm like, no, I paid the $5.50 for it. And on the ticket, it's like, all right, you have 15 minutes before you can get a ticket. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, there's no way you booted me before.
Yeah.
Even if you have to walk in everything. So I'm trying to.
Crazy.
So, and then with the boot thing, I was like, I'll get this boot off because I'm like, it's just a simple lock. Yeah, no. For people who don't know, those boots have 2 locks to it. That main lock that you see, you can break that off. Yeah. It's the second lock that's what's being covered, that's being protected by that first lock. That's what you need to get, take in any way, shape, or form to get off, to get your boot off.
You know, they have those girls you do the $50 boot. That's hilarious.
That's funny because $50, $25. Yes, it's the same.
Oh, it was only $25 to get the boot in?
No, $75. So
but it's a $25 difference. Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm saving $25, but
it's like that could be because I seen a video. They had a whole situation where somebody was mad, like the establishment was mad that they were doing it instead of like a towing company, which. Yes.
Well, you're holding me hostage at this point.
Exactly.
I feel free to do whatever.
Honestly,
I feel like if you lock me up, you should. If you find a way to escape, it's like all
right, mind your business now. Yeah, let me go.
And so I'm in the process of disputing that, and
yes, as you should.
But of course, as any person, like, oh yeah, that's another thing. So I was trying to be smart about it, right? I'm like, all right, cool. They gave me the option to pay with my debit card or pay with my Cash App, right? I'm like, let me pay with my Cash App because I'm like, I can just take the money back and say it's a scam and get my money back and Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that because I guess they worked something out with Cash App. Is like, yeah, no, we're legit. Do not.
Oh yeah, they didn't change.
They do not. So if you're trying to dispute it, me personally, I feel like it would be easier to actually put your card information in because that way I can at least call my bank and it's like, hey, this didn't I paid for this at the time. They didn't pay me back. Can you get my money back and work for it that way? Cash App is more dicey. That's a whole third party. I'm like, so
that's why for the longest I didn't have Cash. My little sister, she can't get a bank account yet. And so she has Cash App, and so I got it to send her money.
That's why kids have. Okay.
Yeah, because they can't get a bank account.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's why I got Cash App. But at first, I was so against Cash App because I'm like, this is not
Oh no, it's definitely sketchy too. But
I mean, it's solid. Like, obviously it works, but it's just like I don't like that there's no real foundation.
Yeah, no, and that's the sketchy part. So
Yeah.
like, I don't keep money in Cash App.
Right.
I'm like, all right, as long as I get my money within like my 2 days, I'm good. The second it crashes, like the most you're gonna get is like $100. Like you aren't taking like a lot from me.
Yeah, and there's so many like Cash App scams. I feel like it's harder to get your money back through Cash App nowadays.
Oh, yeah, more than likely. That's why I'm like, but that's what I'm gonna do through Cash App. All right, yeah, I can just finagle this. All right,
yeah, because people do that.
Imagine being a barber, you pay through a Cash App. He's like, all right, and you're not gonna go back. Like, all right, you got Cash App? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is this account that I know I'm never gonna be in. Get my money back.
Right.
Please,
real quick.
Please do not do that because
that's criminal.
Not even criminal. You're just wrong as a person.
No, really. Like, it's just messed up, man.
Yeah, but I guess we should move on to the question part of this.
Right.
So, Lex, I know there's a whole bank of questions that's been referenced before. And do you remember the question that you chose?
Yes. After struggling to dial it down to one because there were so many and they were all really good. The question we decided was our thoughts on I love you and I hate you. So yeah, I think it was going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, so I'll let you start. What are your thoughts on saying I love you and I hate you?
Okay, I'll start with I hate. I feel like hate is a really strong.
Oh, both of these are very strong.
Both of them are strong.
You can't deny
the intensity of both. But I feel like with hate, like I used to kind of throw that around. Like, oh, I hate them. Or like, da, da, da. Obviously, nobody too important because I would never even play like that. But the more I got into it, like the more I realized, like hate, like that's a strong emotion,
that's super strong.
And I feel like someone who you don't like or someone causing discomfort in your life does not deserve that strong of an emotion. Like it's just like you should not be able to invoke this intensity of feeling from me
without being a significant other or anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, yeah. No.
Or like family or something. You know what I'm saying?
And then is it the same for I love you, or is that a completely different thing?
I love you. Okay. Now I don't think you should just like. I feel like you shouldn't just throw I love you out there either because again, it's strong. Like it should be meaningful. You shouldn't. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't. If a stranger on the street was like, "Hey, I love you," I would kind of be gagged. I'd question it, but I mean, it's nice to hear, I guess. It's a nice thing to say, but I just feel like the meaning behind it, we're gonna lose it if we just throw it out there.
Just really nearly. No, I completely agree.
But if you were to date someone, right? How long do you think you would wait to say I love you?
So I'm laughing because this has happened to me, which is part of my feeling towards it, right?
Okay.
So it took me maybe a year to say I love you to a significant other. Mind you, they've said it to me before, right? You know what I said? And you know what I said immediately with no hesitation?
What?
All right. And I walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, they said I love you. I'm like, all right. And I walked away. Like, as nothing was wrong. I'm like, all right. Yeah.
What is this?
Their friends definitely got on me about that one for the next couple of days about that one.
Wait, pause on that. Do you tell your friends you love them? Oh, we got some unpacking to do. This is just turned into a therapy session.
You're asking the right question, and I wish you weren't asking the right question.
This just turned into a therapy session. Please, my degree.
And so this is again stems from why my feelings of these things, right?
Let's get into it.
So I do tell my friends I love them, right? This is a new development.
Okay.
And oh geez, the I love you thing is there's a story that we're gonna dive into, but yeah, no, those are my we're gonna get back into this. We're gonna wrap back around to this. Yeah. But yeah, to your question of if how long.
Yeah.
It's maybe a year. That's my
Okay.
go-to. What about you? What about you, Lex?
Well, I feel like it's different for different people sometimes.
Mhm.
But I told Sophie like after 2 weeks. So yeah.
Okay.
Now before I had someone tell me that after like 3 days. And that was just like
that's like, wait a minute.
that was just like way too much. I was just like, are you sure? Like, I don't know. I don't know about yeah, for me, it doesn't take much, but like it has to like I have to know. Like it has to be really
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be.
And like I really felt that it was right to say that at the time. So yeah.
But so which I guess I should give you my perspective on everything.
Yeah.
So with I love you specifically, I feel like the word's overused. Right.
I could see that.
Because always hearing like I love you from like friends and everything.
Yeah.
I feel like it's de-watered. It's like, oh, I love this, I love that. It's like it loses the meaning of what it really is.
Okay, I have another question. Oh my god. So what's your like definition of love? How do you know you love someone?
Good. All right. The I love you being overused and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm like, I show granted this is different for different people, but how I show my love. Like the things that I do show like I love you. I don't have to say it. But when I do say it, you're going to remember it because it probably won't.
Yeah, so that's your love language, like acts of services.
Yeah. So with like college friends. So this is why I'm like I usually don't say it to my friends.
Yeah.
My friends, I would be around them all the time, and they would say it all the time. I'm like this, I don't want to say it because like you're not gonna force me to say it.
I don't want to say it.
It's not even that I don't want to say it, but it's like look at my actions. Action speaks louder than words all the time. Yeah. So there's that aspect. And that's the reason why it's a new development of me telling my friends because I'm not around them all the time. Yeah. So I'm like, all right.
Just in case you.
Yeah.
So you can't do as much for them.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I say it now, and that's always been my case. The only exception growing up was my mom because I feel like if I didn't tell her that I loved her, that she would go into a mental crisis.
Yeah.
So my mom is the only person who's like, even though I see her every day.
Right.
Growing up, I would tell her I loved her. But my brothers and my sisters, they said they would get all right.
You know, I mean, like what I just realized now, you know what? You just made me realize the distance does make it like matters because like I have other sisters that live back in California, but I have one sister that lives with me out here. And like we don't say I love you to each other. But this is my closest sister. Like we are actually really close.
Yeah.
Like have a good relationship. But we don't say I love you like that. But like we do so much for each other. Like it's kind of so that makes sense. But with my other sisters that are gone, I tell them I love them because I don't see them and I don't. So that actually makes a lot of sense.
So I had that mindset for quite some time, like middle school, high school is when I had this mindset of, and I don't thought I love you to money, like so.
Oh yeah.
Because this actually happened. My uncle, he sent me something one day, right? So and again, I usually don't say. That's another thing. I don't say it first most of the time.
Yeah.
He sent me some money, and I'm like, oh, I want to say I love you, but I'm like, I don't want to mix the feeling of I love you with money,
right?
Because I'm like, that's a slippery slope. It's like, oh, do you only love me
because I sent you money?
Because I give you something. Like, yeah. So I'm cutting that out. Like, I'm not even letting that start before it. So that's my I love you, and then I hate you. I don't say I hate you because I feel like saying I hate you is all right, this door's closed. This is never gonna happen again.
Right.
Like, this is like you destroyed everything. Like this is like I'm now a villain because of you.
Right.
But with I hate you, there was one instance when I was about to say it to someone, and and I didn't. Mind you, I was about 13. Yeah, 13-ish. Was about to tell someone that. And I'm like, yeah, even because it was like in the middle of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the fight, I'm like, it crossed my mind, and I'm like, don't do that because that's a line you cannot come back from.
Right.
But that's, yeah, I hate you just isn't.
Have you ever had someone tell you they hate you?
No, there probably is. I can think of one person who just, I don't know if they hated me or whatnot, but there was someone in my freshman year of college who I would just only say hi to.
Yeah.
And I guess that drove them up a wall to where there's like, why do you keep saying hi to me? I'm like,
what?
Yeah,
How do you get mad about somebody saying hi to you?
There's a lot about that one where I don't think it was me directly, but
yeah, it seems like they had other issues.
yeah, no, but it was definitely like just the dislike for me came from me being friends with their sweet mate. Like it was a it was a whole
nothing really to do.
I'm laughing because of the laugh. I'm a saint. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm a saint. A saint. Yeah, I have to tie it into the previous episode some way somehow. But so for the most part, a lot of people like me, and there's been a handful of people who dislike me. Some of those I've resolved, some of them I have not.
Yeah, I've never had anybody say I hate me, and it's like, how could they? Because like I'm an angel.
Look, angel. What's the angel?
Exactly. You see that?
Okay.
It's branded.
Okay,
it's cool. Branded.
For the people who choose not to watch the Patreon, perhaps as angels never die. Angels never die.
Here I am.
Oh, there we go. But there's something else that we talked about. My I love you. I think
you circle back. Is it to the friends or is it back to the significant other? Because a year is crazy. And how did they like express to you that they like? Did they express discomfort with that, or being like, "Oh, why haven't you said it?" Like, did they ever?
No, not too much. Well, again, they probably said it to their friends, and their friends got me about it.
I think you should tell your. I feel like if you have an issue with something, you should go directly to that person because you never know the reasoning why.
Oh yeah. I always give people the benefit of, especially now. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know, things don't go my way.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, there's clearly something else going on there, so let me try to talk to them and whatnot.
Yeah.
But to answer your question about again, I wouldn't know. She said, like, it didn't even cross my mind that she said it. Like, it was just a natural reaction of like, oh, all right,
well,
cool. Like, see you tomorrow,
right? Is there like, okay, I don't want to make this a therapy session for that's any like the words like, is there an easiness for you?
It's
in that.
No, I can say it, no problem. It's just
not natural to you.
Yeah. Really, whatever question you ask, you have to answer yourself too. Like,
okay.
This is if you can't be afraid to ask the questions that you can't answer.
I want all the smoke.
But no, there's no resentment to it. It's probably just how I grew up. Yeah, my dad never really said it to me, but it doesn't really bother me. I remember the first time I heard my dad say it to me. So the story is, after school one day, and this is like late. I was in, I think, the 11th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Just finished basketball practice and whatnot, and I'm just walking around like it's late. It's like late at night, and my dad couldn't find me. So he calls me. He's like, "Hey, I'm like here. I can't see you. Blah blah blah." And then he ends mentioning, "I love you." Right. So like so he said it in the sense of if this was the last thing he said to me. That's at least how I'm interpreting it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But that's the first time I recall him saying it to me. That like is an active memory. That's kind of like how I do it. Like when I say it, you will remember
Yeah.
that is insane.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I think my grandpa was this. Yeah, and my grandpa was the same way too. Like I barely say I love it. Like I think he's started to say I love you more,
Mm-hmm.
and for whatever reasons. But yeah, we start saying it too. But that's just kind of what I
Okay,
grew up with.
yeah, that makes sense. It's just like the pattern that
Yeah.
has been in front of you, which makes sense. And I feel like there's a difference between men and women with that.
Mhm.
I feel like men are a little more hesitant to express that sometimes because of the whole like masculinity type thing sometimes. I feel like with family, I don't think they let that get in the way as much.
Yeah.
But like, just in general.
Telling your guy friends, "Oh, I love you." Is
Yeah,
kind of
that feels like I feel like men don't do that. Versus women like, oh my God, I love you. Like, yeah, we do it all the time.
Yeah. I was actually just reading an article about that, but no.
Oh.
But like I said, my friends, Keyshawn, he was on the episode. Yeah, no, he told me he loved me this first time saying, and I said back like, no, because again, I don't get to see Keyshawn that often.
Yeah.
So that's, but I also think that's, at least with my friend group, I'm noticing that's a change that's going on.
You guys are adopting saying that more?
Just being open with your feelings.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like growing up, both of my parents are very tough. And like my mom, she would say it, not a whole lot, but she would say it. And my dad, like I feel like my dad didn't say it a lot either.
Mm-hmm.
But like it didn't matter to me. Like I knew what I felt for them.
Yeah.
Like I saw, like I love them. I'm gonna tell them I love them because that's how I feel. So, and that's how I feel now with like everything. Like, because at first I used to be like, oh well, if they're not gonna say it to me, then I'm not gonna say it to them. like if we're not gonna have that.
You probably never heard it from me then, because like I said, I'm like, if you say it to me, I will say it back. It's really rare.
Yeah, so like I was like that too. I was like, well, if you're not gonna tell me, I'm not gonna tell you. Like this is gonna make it weird. But now I feel like I'm more like, okay, this is how I feel. You don't even have to feel this way back. It's no pressure to feel this way back. But I'm just gonna let you know how I feel about you. And like with like me and my friends, a lot of my friends, we have that back and forth. Like I love you, like they love me, I love them. We both express it. Now, like dating, like I've only said that twice. Yeah, I've only said that twice. And like I'm not gonna get too much into that. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that. But like yeah, I feel like I just don't wait to express how I feel anymore. Like it doesn't have to be like
a super intense feeling of I love you, but just how you feel in general.
Yeah, like but sometimes like I love you can also mean different things too. Like I love you could also be code for like I have love for you versus
LOVEOUD.
Yeah, like versus oh my God, that's another thing. In text or whatever, I hate ILY. Like because it's like the acronym for I love you. But it's just like
I really had to think about that. I'm like I haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen one. I've seen LUV.
Yeah, LUV, which I feel like I don't know. Like Illy is like cute for like I feel like that was like cute in middle school. Like sign my yearbook, and you're just like Illy, hags, have a great summer. But no, I feel like if it's like something serious, like just say it. Like I don't know, but. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I love you can mean like I have love for you, and I love you could be even more intense than that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I feel like it definitely depends on where it's like everything that surrounds it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because like there's levels to it. Like I could love my friend and tell them that, and I also say I love my sister, but obviously it's not the same.
Yeah.
And then I can also say I love my significant other, but that's like 3 levels of I love you right there. Like 3 different levels. Because it's like, for me, it's like 3 different intensities.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. Like, I love my friend, I do, but just not the same capacity to I love my sister, and which is not the same capacity to where I love my significant other.
Okay.
Yeah. So to me, there's levels to it, but it's still the overall meaning of I love you.
Yeah, and I guess how I see it is kind of like the same way how I said I show it by my actions.
Right.
And so with that, it's like, how far am I willing to go to do something for you?
Exactly. That's a great way to compare.
I'm definitely the type of person to where if I have your back, I have your back for a good chunk of time, and I will fight for you and like speak up for you, even though whatever's going on in my life, how we feel. I'm like, no, I still got your back.
Right. But would you agree that it's like different?
Oh yeah, no, it's different. Yeah, no. Like you said, with the friend, sibling, significant other.
Yeah.
The level of how far I'm willing to go for you will differ, but I'm still willing to go a pretty deep way for each 3 of them to where you almost can't tell the difference.
Exactly.
Until push comes to shove.
Like it's something extreme.
Yeah. So, there's actually a situation about that.
Really?
Yeah, there's not going into a lot of details.
Yeah.
I'm letting you know right now. This year has been very hectic for me. Very, very hectic for me. And you gotta know some. Like a good fraction of it. But I have a friend who asked me to be a co-signer for his car.
Oh,
yeah. And so with that, I'm like, no regular friend would even consider.
Yeah. No.
So, but this is one of my.
That's a really good example, actually.
Exactly. It's like I'm not. Like,
that was kind of crazy.
Yeah, so that's where like my levels go. Like, can I get a car loan? Can you be a co-signer?
That's insane.
So most friends, absolutely not.
Right.
Sorry, you're good people. I want you in my life and everything. No,
absolutely. That's a heavy commitment.
Mm-hmm. Mind you, there was other things tied into it of why I said yes, but we don't have to. Just know I did say yes. I said yes. Like I said, he was one of the 4 people I would even consider, and even family, I probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, certain family,
like cousins. I'm sorry, love you.
Right.
We don't talk that often.
I feel like that's an intermediate family.
Yeah,
like for your siblings, you'd probably do that, maybe.
Yeah, but that situation is being handled, and it's gonna be what it is. But yeah. That's my little situation.
I feel like going back to I hate you, I feel like to actively hate, I feel like that does more damage on you than it does the person.
To really just hold on to hatred.
Yeah, no.
That's so much energy being wasted.
And it's gonna negatively affect you in the long run more than that person.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I've learned people don't deserve that. Like, I mean, like, that energy from you, that's gonna do nothing for you.
Yeah,
hating them is not gonna do anything for you.
That's to actively go out your way to like, I hate this person, I never want to be in the presence or whatever.
Yeah,
granted, I understand why you might want to do that. Like, I can see multiple situations of why you might have, but to actively like, oh no, let me put energy towards this. It's basically the equivalent of poison. Literally,
there's no need for that energy to output that energy into the atmosphere.
And then with me, I was about to say something. It's something along the lines of there's no permanent friends or there's no permanent enemies or permanent friends in life. Like something that's probably gonna be a quote later. Is that people come in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
That is true. I heavily believe in that.
Yeah, so
once you figure out who fits in where, you just move accordingly.
I have it. You've seen the movie Sky High, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. Perfect example, right?
Wow, I haven't seen that in a minute. Did they put it on
Netflix? Would it be on Netflix or would it be on Disney?
It would definitely be on Disney. I thought I'd seen it on Netflix.
It could have been on Netflix before like Disney Plus became a thing. Like,
Maybe.
but like Scott,
Good movie.
like Scott, yeah. But think about it, right?
Yeah.
He ends the movie like, my best friend is now my girlfriend.
Right.
My enemy is now my best friend.
Right.
Like, so.
Like things shifted. Relationships.
Yeah, so that's I wish there was an example for like, my friend is now my enemy, but I don't have an example of that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do have an example of that too.
That book is a lot.
Mr. Krabs and Plankton.
Oh my God.
Mr. Krabs and Plankton. They were best friends.
Yeah.
And then Krab and Krabs Secret Formula came around.
I was gonna say separated.
And then it was like, all right, now.
But I was just crazy how it can go back and forth.
Oh yeah,
too. Like it doesn't have to. It's not always just this to this or this to that. It could be this that.
Then again.
Yeah, again. So that is also crazy.
Yeah, but I think it all depends on how circumstances surrounding each person's individual situations and everything.
Right.
Because granted, I do think saying I hate you is a lot of energy.
Yeah.
If someone disrespects you in any way, shape, or form, it's probably best that you don't have them around.
Exactly. Just get rid of them. Don't care about them. Yeah. They don't exist.
Like, you can wish them the best and everything, but disrespect isn't something that you should want around you.
Yeah, no, do not tolerate that. I feel like I feel like same with I love you, how like there's different levels to it. I feel like there's different levels to I hate you too. Like if you say you get into a street fight with somebody and you're just like, man, I hate that person. That's a stranger to you. Like so you probably feel that way for real and like don't care. Now, you have a family member or something you're getting into it with and you tell them you hate them. I feel like that's really tricky, you know?
Yeah.
Because depending on the situation, you might not be able to just, let me take that back because family or not, you can get rid of anybody.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's just a matter of, you might be in a situation where you have to see them again versus a stranger. You know, so it's like, how do you handle that if you hate them? Yeah,
with the I hate you for me, it's more like, is it that you hate the person, hate whatever, or do you just have a really dislike of it, like intense dislike,
a strong dislike?
Because growing up, I could easily see myself saying, "Oh, I hate broccoli" or something, right?
Yeah,
because I would purposely not eat it, and my dad was like, "You can't go until you eat, this." I wouldn't do it. I'm very hard-headed. That is to my core. I'm hard-headed.
So is your sister.
Yeah, no, I'm hard-headed. But I want to go. I want to eat it. I would just sit there on the aisle, just wait for my mom, whatnot. It got to the point to where I would actually throw up the broccoli. Just like I'm throwing up on this thing. I'm not eating this.
Yeah.
I would purposely. So the dislike of me eating broccoli at that time.
It's hot.
It's hot.
All time high.
It's very hot. But
yeah, like okay, so like we're talking about hating people, but what about inanimate objects? Like, you think it makes it better or worse or indifferent to say you hate objects or hate situations?
I don't think it makes it different. I think it will then put it in the I love you category for me. Like, it's just over you. So if I hear you say it, it's like, all right, are you being for real? Because
like, okay, so if I say I hate strawberries because I'm allergic, and that's kind of bad.
That's kind of your life enemy, right?
Yeah,
you really can't really.
That thing could take me out the game.
Yeah,
but it's just like I feel like but that's why I feel like the word hate has to come with action because, like, other than that, like, why does it have to be hate then? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could say I hate strawberries, but like,
don't eat a strawberry.
Like, I don't interact with them. So that's just my life. Like, it would be different if I'm going to strawberry farms and I'm burning them up or, I'm tearing.
Actively, going to war with strawberries.
Yeah, like that's doing a lot. Like that's not.
I will also say with I hate you, depending on who it is, it makes things complicated. Not for the person that the feelings towards, but the people that you surround yourself with. Because with I love you, it's like, all right, cool, you love this person. mind my business.
Right.
But if you hate a person, I would think in a universal sense, like why, like you get the explanation from one's perspective.
Yeah, you need to know.
Like from one perspective of why this happened, but never hear from the other side. Which, depending on your loyalties and friends and everything, you wouldn't want that other side.
Right.
But I think in the best case scenario, a support system should be able to diffuse that situation.
Right.
But if they,
so we're talking like in a friend group.
Yeah, like in a friend group.
Yeah.
But if they aren't able to hear from both sides, or they just take your side, then it's like, all right, cool, we just move them away.
Yeah, and I feel like that's where it's hard because, like, if you're in a friend group and y'all were all friends, but now two of the friends in the group hate each other, right? But you still have a good relationship with this friend, and you still have a good relationship with this friend. I guess the only thing that would make the difference is like you said, the why.
Mm-hmm.
Because other than that, though, I feel like no one should be forced to choose sides with that type of situation. Like, if you guys don't get along, that's cool, but let your mutual friend be friends.
Oh, yeah, no, ironically, that's what me and my sister were saying. It's like, oh, this person doesn't like this person, and that's making me like, no, that's their thing. Like, how do we tell you, hey, I'm hanging out with this person, I'm hanging out with this person.
Right.
If you have beef or you want to get along, let me know. I'll act accordingly, not purposely put you two in the same place.
Yeah, just keep them separate.
Unless need be.
Right. But I also feel like if you guys have a mutual friend, and for any instance you need to be in the same room, you need to put that hate aside for the sake of your friend. Like for example, if you invite both of them to your birthday or like your wedding or something that's like super important, and these are both your friends, like,
hey, bury the hatchet.
Yeah, you gotta have
for 24 hours.
Right. Y'all can act right for this limited amount of time. Mm-hmm. Outside of this, y'all never have to see each other again.
Again, that's your guys' thing. I'll be friends with person A, person B, person C, D, E, F, whatever.
Right.
But as long as we're good, that's all I know.
Then we're good. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Should be. It's not always the case, but should be. Dicey.
Right. The lines can blur sometimes.
But I just know I'm the type of person to where if I feel a type of way, or if I'm just gonna say what's the saying? I wear my heart on my sleeves.
Yeah.
And you actively know if I feel a type of way about something.
Oh my gosh! One thing about it, I can't if before I say it doesn't happen, you're gonna see it in my body language, my expressions, so it's gonna come out one way or another.
You will know how. So friends out there, if I've never said I didn't like you, that is exactly it. I did not. I had no problem with you. We were good. There was been no issue whatsoever.
Because if there was,
I will definitely tell you if I feel a type of way. I'll keep bringing it up until either you say stop bringing this up anymore, or there's an issue resolved. It's just that. It's I can't do anything else.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You got anything else to say on this wonderful topic we got?
No, this is a good topic. This is a really good topic. I don't know. I think we covered a lot of different scenarios. I think back to the friend group thing real quick. I think the only thing that would make me choose a side, I guess, is if one person hated the other person for causing typical bodily harm.
Something heinous. Oh, no, that's something different. This person murdered this person. Good to know.
Good to know. They have to know.
Let me back up a little bit. As long as you're aware of that, okay, cool.
Right. But again, other than that though,
if they do something heinous, let me know. I will remove myself immediately.
Right, because I don't want to be associated with anything.
Yeah, I don't need to charge. I don't need associated with X, Y, and Z. So, but if I on the flip hand though, if I did choose to be friends with that person who done something heinous, if you decided to leave step away from me, I get that too, because
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about going back to the I love you too and how we're talking about these different levels. This is such like I feel like this is such a Twitter debate. But like in the scenario of you're in the car, right?
You're in the car.
You have your mom and your significant other.
Where is wait, hold on. Where am I the driver?
You're the driver.
I'm the driver. Okay. Who is sitting where? Because this
Exactly. Who's in the passenger seat? Who's in the back? To your mom and, let me be specific. Your wife.
See, I thought
So
like
it's not just a boyfriend.
I thought you were gonna say, the car. You got into a car accident. Who are you pulling out the car first? No.
Like, you're driving, and who's in the passenger seat and who's in the back?
Grab your key.
Right.
Grab your keys. Sit down.
Right. And then
turn on the engine. Like, all right. And then just close your eyes.
Right. And enjoy the ride.
And just like, all right, you can go now. That's it. That's all you have to do.
And if I have to pick you up anyway, I'm doing you a favor. So it's just kind of like you shouldn't mind being in the backseat.
Mm-hmm. But yes, wonderful conversation we had.
This was really good.
I hope you come back.
Definitely will come back.
Floor is open. You have my number.
Yes.
Hey, I want to do another episode. That you get the same treatment as Jordan. Kari. I can't even remember. There's so many people. But everyone who's been on the show, you're always welcome.
I definitely plan on coming back because, like I said, I struggle picking just one anyway. Mm-hmm. So, like, I know there's definitely other topics I want to talk about.
Yeah, no. You were special. You got a dibs question. I know someone wanted that question, but I was like, nah, I would do dibs.
Exactly.
Social media is anything you want to give to the people?
Yes. Okay, so, oh my God, I love this. My Instagram is Alexis ALLXXIS. Y'all want to follow me on there? That would be great. I make custom rugs now, so yeah, I gotta show you. Yeah, but so if y'all are looking for someone in the Atlanta area, but I mean, I'm gonna get to the point where I'm gonna ship them out too because I have.
As you should.
Because. I have to ship them out already. Like I'm making one for one of my friends back home in California. So like,
okay.
So yeah, but we're very new, but doing good. And so yeah.
Look at that.
We love a good plug-in.
Look at that. I will definitely put your Instagram in the description for those who
would like to follow.
Yes,
and I do appreciate, and I do follow back. I am not too good to follow anybody back. So.
It's a process. I still have to set up the whole Twitter, Instagram thing.
I was gonna say, do you have social media?
I don't.
Like for personal?
No, I don't have it for personal. I have it for
the podcast.
Yeah, for the podcast. But
we'll get it.
Yes. Again, I'll put say it again.
Okay, so the Instagram is ALLXXIS.
Yeah, that will be in the description along with a thank you. Just to point out, you guys, you should know by now. Check the description. You don't know what's going to be in there. And for that one person on Spotify answering the polls, I appreciate. I see it. You were the number one. I remember some of your answers being for one of the episodes. The best episode so far was episode 1. One of the questions was neither women or men have it harder, and then I don't know if you answered anything else, but I thank you. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate you for answering these questions.
Yes.
I hope I'll find a way to get in contact with you so you can be on the show at some point in time. But until then, I'll leave off with the outro. Ask yourself, ask others, never stop asking questions. See you guys.
Bye.
Wow, you're still here. Well, if you enjoyed the episode, there are a few different ways to support our podcast. Following us on Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or becoming a supporter of our Patreon for $2 or $5 a month, where you'll have access to never before released visual episodes, funny bloopers, polls, or you can pose a question. The links can be found in the description wherever you listen. The simplest way to support us is by leaving a review about how great or bad we are, or telling a friend about our show. Anyways, thanks for listening.